At the edge of Western Australia lies a hidden oasis. Warm and cold currents converge here to form one of the last healthy marine sanctuaries, Ningaloo Reef. A bounty of prey invites sharks both small and large. In these waters, giant mantas chase after mates. Venomous catfish swarm in the thousands. And corals erupt in the dead of night. Isolated from civilization, Ningaloo Reef gleams like a pearl in the Indian Ocean. After millions of years, Western Australia has barely changed. Much of it is desert, but a small pocket along the central coast is a thriving haven. A refuge called Ningaloo. Just feet from the shore begins a world-class marine reserve. Ningaloo's protected area covers more than 2,000 square miles. The reef extends for 180 miles just south of Coral Bay, north to Exmouth. With so much terrain to navigate, animals like the kangaroo use shallow bays for shortcuts. Australia harbors more than 60 species of kangaroo. It has adapted well to the continent's diverse landscapes. With powerful legs and giant feet, kangaroos can top 44 miles per hour. They use their stocky tails for steering and balance. They stop often to listen for predators. This mother makes sure it's safe for her joy to keep traveling. Sharing the desert with the kangaroo is the bustard. Aboriginals call it the bush turkey, and only they can legally hunt it. It has a 7-foot wingspan, but rarely flies unless threatened. Australia's biggest bird doesn't fly at all, the emu. The emu wanders the desert in solitude, but it's not the only giant out here. It shares its territory with Australia's biggest lizard, the Parenti monitor. Though rarely seen, it's the world's 4th largest lizard, growing up to 8 feet. This juvenile uses its nostrils solely to breathe. Its forked tongue does the smelling. It can detect carrion almost a mile away. The Parenti's patterned skin blends into the brush, ideal camouflage. The desert hides hundreds of species, but the sea conceals far more. Ningaloo Reef's outer wall protects corals from waves and surges. In the sheltered lagoon, a vibrant world comes to life. Coral gardens form the backbone of Ningaloo. A fringing reef is one that hugs the shore, and this is one of the world's largest. Ningaloo is just 2% the size of the Great Barrier Reef, but rivals it in diversity. Over 200 species of hard coral carpet the seafloor. Corals have names to match their shape, like these cabbage corals. Living among the coral, more than 520 species of fish. Here, snapper mingle with bullseye fish. And a small school of ringtail cardinal fish joins the half-circled angelfish. Ningaloo offers sanctuary to small and large alike. Swimming among these gold bait fish is the 5-foot potato cod. The bait fish cautiously encircle the giant who normally eats them. At any moment, the potato cod can strike, but for now, it appears content. Sometimes the bait fish even come in handy. The cod will hide between them and the rocks to ambush crabs, lobsters, and rays. Hundreds of tiny, sharp teeth make escape unlikely. For others, like the parrotfish, just a few teeth will do. Their food, algae, grows in a thin layer. They use sharp, parrot-like beaks to scrape the algae off rocks. The fish crushes the rock using powerful molars in the throat and excretes it as sand. They do vital work keeping algae from suffocating corals. While parrotfish feast on the reef, a stingray hunts in the sand. A blue-spotted fantail stingray scrounges for worms, snails, shrimp, and crabs. Stingrays sometimes draw bystanders, watching for leftovers. Like its relative, the shark, the stingray uses electrical sensors to detect tiny discharges released by prey. Flat, rounded teeth grind up food. The blue-spotted fantail is one of the smallest rays on Ningaloo Reef. But these waters also hold the world's largest. Up to 22 feet across and weighing some 3,000 pounds, the manta ray swims with angelic grace. Much of its life is mystery, including where it travels and breeds. It soars more than swims, with little to fear except for the largest of sharks. Ningaloo's rich waters provide a healthy diet of tiny fish and plankton. Two paddle-like appendages on the manta's face funnel prey into its 4-foot-wide mouth. Mantas consume hundreds of pounds of plankton and fish in a single feeding. Remoras and small schools often tag along, using the manta as a shield against predators. The manta usually roams alone until it's time to mate. This seldom seen courtship is unlike any in the animal kingdom. Two males pursue a female. Hours may pass before one of the males gets to mate, if at all. Even then, mating lasts about a minute. On a much smaller scale, another strange courtship unfolds at Ningaloo. Trumpet fish are locked in a ritual dance. The fish face one another and give glancing touches to seal their bond. Males and females come in a rainbow of colors, and it's hard to tell them apart. They can shift color to hide or to be seen. The iconic trumpet fish is just one of millions of residents. Thousands of schools are constantly navigating the 180-mile reef. Striped eel catfish form one of Ningaloo's most impressive schools. These juvenile catfish sweep through the reef and across the sand flats in search of a meal. As the catfish swarm, they inhale fish eggs, worms, and crabs. Like lava, they overflow the reef. Each fish feeds briefly at the front before being overtaken by its hungry siblings. If a predator attacks, the striped eel catfish are equipped with spines venomous enough to kill a man. Outshining even the catfish is a shoal of anchovies. Flowing in unison, this dense school stretches for hundreds of feet. There are 140 species, ranging in size from less than an inch long to over a foot. You can't see their food, but it fills the sea. Plankton. The anchovies drive toward the thickest layers. Like plankton, anchovies form a key link in the food web. Their presence attracts predators. All this shark has to do is to bite into the water. Many sharks feed off the school, but one shark isn't here for the anchovies. Cruising the outer edge of Ningaloo Reef is the world's largest fish, the whale shark. Like the manta ray, the whale shark attracts an entourage. Its 50-foot body is covered with spots and stripes, giving it patterns as distinct as fingerprints. Most sharks have their mouth under the snout, but the whale shark's is front and center. This unique placement has a purpose. Its 4-foot wide mouth gulps buckets of plankton. Every day, its gills can filter enough water to fill 5,000 swimming pools. Whale sharks don't live at Ningaloo year-round. They've come here on an annual trek to gorge on plankton and krill. The sharks will remain from March to June until their food runs low. The plankton have also come to feast, but on a very different type of food. Just days ago, the night sea erupted with life. A spectacle unparalleled. The coral spawning. In unison, millions of corals cast out eggs and sperm. The special event unfolds during a brief window. In March and April at Ningaloo, warm waters and the waning moon trigger the coral spawning. For some plankton and fish, the spawn provides a banquet. Darting about are thousands of tiny plankton. Shrimp, jellies, squid, and others feed on the coral spawn. This trumpet fish takes advantage of the buffet and slurps up plankton with its suction-like mouth. These striped eel catfish prefer coral spawn over plankton. For the corals, it's a numbers game. They produce so many sperm and eggs to ensure some survive the feeding frenzy. If a single fertilized egg escapes, it could become the foundation for a coral reef. By morning, a spawning slick made of eggs and sperm stretches for miles. Wind and currents normally disperse the spawn and carry away the larvae to new shores. But in this rare scene from 2001, the spawn festered and rotted in Ningaloo's Coral Bay. The result, a bloom of algae that sucked the oxygen right out of the water. Within a single day, thousands of fish suffocated and washed ashore. Fish, eels, rays, and countless others. Whole tracts of pristine reef were devastated. Starved of oxygen, even 50-year-old corals died. But Ningaloo has revival built in. The moderating influence of cold and warm currents. The currents bring new life and keep the corals from getting too hot or too cold. Coral Bay's lagoon and reefs may never return to their former glory, but today, recovery has already begun. Green sea turtles like this one are already making their way back to the lagoon. One of the great wanderers, the turtle has adapted to change for millions of years. They are the oldest reptiles on the planet, and their success comes from an ancient design. A streamlined shell gives it both protection and speed in the water. With giant paddle-like flippers, the turtle can hit 20 miles an hour. Thanks to efficient lungs, it can stay submerged for hours. The green sea turtle is like Ningaloo Reef, resilient and adaptable. It has also stood the test of time. Around the world, reefs are disappearing at an alarming rate. The culprits: rising sea temperatures and pollution. But corals have endured change for 500 million years. Able to clone and regenerate, they're one of the most successful animals. They remain the heart of Ningaloo Reef, the Eden by the desert's edge.